That's fine.
This is the moment that all of us have been waiting for. Yes, since the moment when Laura walked in, and that is the speeches, and particularly first, the speech of the father of the bride. So, we all love Brother Paul, and we're all his friends. We love you. Please come up and give us the words.
Can you all hear me? Feel better? Right, go. Firstly, can I say that I'm very nervous, feeling a little bit emotional about giving this speech. So I'll start tearing up. I appreciate it. You would also cry when you hear that I'm trying to make a joke. Then I beg you, please laugh off. I had to write it all out so that I'll be able to get through this. And I'm also going to let all your dads and daughters know that having a daughter takes its toll on your wallet. It costs twice as much as a guy to raise. Your emotions are tagged out. Your heart gets fractures in it. Your hairline recedes. And unfortunately, also your eyes get dim. So, this is all just an FYI. Now, please bear with me while I put on my glasses so I can actually read what is written. I'm really wishing I had that shot of whiskey to help. Okay, here goes. Welcome, everyone, family, friends, and now a new family. Australians in the family. That's what it's called. For the very few of you who don't know me, I am Paul, the very proud father of the bride. This is not really a speech from the father, but I'm just the voice giving it on behalf of both Laura's mum and myself. All weddings are special. This one has an extra topping of special on it. as only a few short months ago, we didn't think that we would be sharing this together. We are so incredibly grateful to our Heavenly Father who did the impossible and who moved the unmovable to allow this special day to happen here, where we can all come together to celebrate the joining of these two special people. Even the Monday that she was meant to land in Christchurch, didn't end up happening. This is a continuing story. Instead, there was thick fog, which meant the plane had to go back to Auckland as it was unable to land. Ronnie had kept on saying that it won't be real until her feet are on Christchurch soil. And I can put my arms around her. And God said, one more day then. We could only laugh about it as we watched the plane. Time was getting delayed. Then the plane from Dunedin got cancelled. Then Nelson got cancelled. Then Wellington. And then sure enough, the plane coming in from Auckland got cancelled too. It's just another page in this crazy journey between going to Aussie for a couple of weeks, meeting Aidan and his family, to being stuck there for 10 months, planning a wedding in Adelaide without us there. And that part really proves that God has a sense of humour. As if the Adelaide wedding had stayed the plan, well, it wouldn't have happened anyway, as both Laura and Aidan had COVID and were isolated. What are the odds? What a blessing for us all this day is here, all together. Thank you to all those who have travelled, especially for those who have made the journey from Australia. Each one of you here today, because you are here today, because you are special to Laura and Aidan. And we know that some of you have made a massive effort to be here today. Please know that that's not taken for granted. When I had the incredible honour of being able to walk Laura down the aisle to give her away on this momentous day, I couldn't help but reflect on the years gone before. All the years that Ronnie and I were lucky enough to have her on loan is a precious gift from God. What a miracle it is to have a daughter. We have been so privileged to watch her grow into the amazing woman that she is today. It seems like only yesterday that she was 3, playing with her toy horses. And then we blinked and she was suddenly 23, and all grown up, leaving home, and then getting married. Aidan, she now belongs to you, as you do to her. Always cherish this most precious gift that you have been given. For this woman at your side, she is of worth far above rubies and has been given to you from God. He made her just for you. He put the two of you together. Please honour and respect that always. Oh Lord, you are the most beautiful soul. When you come into the room, it just glows a little bit brighter, just like your mum. You are colour, warmth, compassion, generosity, and laughter. And you always work to do the very best in everything you do. Having you back home these 2 and a bit weeks has just reminded us about all this. When you're in Laura's company, when you're in her physical presence, you just walk away feeling a little bit better. From the time that Laura was a little girl, she has always been a dreamer that has believed in magic and good things happening. One day when she was 5, I said to her, "Seriously, girl, you live on planet Laura, population 1. Quick as a whip. Without missing a beat, she replied with, "No, I don't. I live there with my unicorns and horses." She used to go on her knees and fists pretending to be a horse. And I was a little bit worried that she'd still be doing that as an adult. But as you can see, she has now given that up. But she certainly hasn't given up the magic and the fun. They are very much part of what makes Laura, Laura. And watch out for that sneaky sense of humour that she will drop a bomb unexpectedly. Aidan, she will probably always make you late. Dedicated, loyal, loving, talented, and a precious daughter of God. And Laura, I want you to know this from the bottom of my heart. It is a privilege and an honour to be here. Aidan, officially welcome to the family. We are thrilled to expand our hearts to you, to include you. How wonderful to be gaining another son. What an amazing blessing it is when your children find the one to marry that fits into the family, when you can just make room and they fit into that slot. Jim and Michelle. We are grateful that you have raised Aidan to be the man that he is. Someone who is loving, thoughtful, considerate, hardworking, and someone who values the importance of God and family. Though to be honest, we're a little bit worried about his memory. What group leaves their wedding suit in Australia? It's a massive thing to entrust your daughter to someone else, but Aidan has already shown that he will put Laura first. Not only did he ring us, since he couldn't turn up in person, and ask for Laura's hand in marriage, but as soon as the door was open for him to be able to ship to New Zealand, he walked through and started to put into motion the things that were needed to be able to live in New Zealand. And Aidan, both Ronnie and I, say a massive thank you to you from the bottom of our hearts. It means more than you could know to have you both settling in New Zealand. When we first met Aidan last year, we were sure that he was testing the whole in sickness and health thing then. He brought with him a horrible cold with a cough. He made his way through Ronnie, Diet, Alex, Lou, Kayla, Eli, Jess, and Colleen. But ironically, skipped out right over Laura. We figured that her immune system must have been on a high from being with him. At last, after a year of only being able to call, text, or FaceTime. Their relationship has been through some incredibly difficult things, and the fact that they are here, joined together at last, is a testament to their love and dedication to each other, and possibly a bit of Laura's persistence that they work things through. And when something is important, then this is worth fighting for. Aidan, delight in your wife, for she is precious and should always be this way in your eyes. She is the wife of your youth and the wife of your covenant that you have made today. Never forget that there are three in your marriage. You, Laura, and God. And if you keep God as your sure, strong foundation, as the center of your marriage, then you will get through any difficulties that might come your way as you journey through your marriage. There might be times when you feel like walking away, when one of you might sleep on the couch. Aidan, that's going to be you. Regardless of what you think moment. There are times we get irritated and frustrated with each other. The only way to deal with those situations is to be quick to put the pride aside, quick to say I'm sorry, quick to forgive and make up. It can take a number of years to get good at doing those things, but if you keep working at it, I can promise that it does get easier. These are the things that will fireproof your marriage. Now, Aidan, you might think that you know Laura, but I can promise you that you don't. I am still finding things out about Ronnie 30 years on. One of our jobs as a husband is to be constantly learning our wives as they grow and change. They are not an open book, and I don't think we would want them to be. They are more like those adventure books. That depending on the decision you made, the outcome will be completely different. You've chosen something. It is more interesting to be kept on our toes. It makes the journey of life forever fascinating. I have been married to Bronnie for 27.5 years, and I know that Laura will make a wonderful wife because she has had the best example. I still think that my bride is the most beautiful woman in the world and an incredible mother and wife. You know, Laura's boyfriends, including Aidan, have always been a bit worried about meeting me as the father. And as the boyfriend, how do you get the father's approval? Laura always used to laugh about that and say to them, you need to be more worried about meeting mum. The thing with Ronnie is that she is a mother tiger. Mess with someone that she loves, then look out. But when you love those that are precious to her, then she will love you too. So Aidan, you are assured, and as long as you continue to love, honour, and cherish Laura, then you will have nothing to worry about. In fact, you now have a tiger in your corner too. Well, you have the whole family. We don't interfere, but we are always here for you. All your friends here today are your family. In any way that is needed, through the good, the bad, and the ugly. Here's my last piece of advice. Laura, let me start with you. Sometimes a guy just needs to go into his nothing box. He needs space to think and reflect. This is not a statement that he doesn't want to be with you anymore, but just that he needs some time to do and be nothing. Let him. He will come back to you as a better man. Although Aidan, it might be a good idea to find a different space than 30-minute showers. Aidan, when you argue with Laura and you are wrong, be quick to say that you are sorry. Admit to being wrong immediately. And if ever, by some miracle, you happen to be right, please just keep your mouth closed. Marriage is a wonderful, ever-changing and twisting journey. It's about building a strong foundation on God and staying together through the difficult times. Together, saying I love you every day and putting each other first. Every single day, ask yourself, what can I do today to make my marriage better? And keep falling in love with each other over and over again. Both Mum and I are here for you. That never changes. We love you both and pray that God will richly bless your marriage and family life.
Oh, thanks, Brother Paul. Yeah, lovely words. And Aidan, I've already said this to you. You've got a tough act to follow. Whenever we go out with Brother Paul or Sister Bron, I love it, but I kind of dread it at the same time. Because Brother Paul treats his wife so well. He opens the door for her and every time and lets her get in, and I'm always shown up. And, so there's always a little bit of time. Paul, being such a bad husband. So, lots of love to you, and it's a big day for you, Paul and Bron, giving away not only your daughter, but your last child. So thanks for sharing your words of wisdom. And wow, if bringing up one daughter to marriageable age results in this kind of receiving one day at a time. Now, we don't know the father or the mother of Aidan very well, but it's lovely to have you here. And just talking to you very briefly, you seem like a very likable and lovable brother. So we're going to ask Brother John to come forward and speak to us as the father of the groom. Brother John.
Well, we finally got here. I swapped 2 suitcases for another daughter. What a bargain. First, let me say, Paul and Connie, thank you for allowing us to share this special day, for giving us the opportunity to receive your daughter. We feel very privileged and honoured, have an extended family, and have Aidan with such a wonderful wife. Well, I don't think you know much about Royans. There are actually 4 siblings. 4 siblings and a daughter. Andrea Grace, she's our only one that's not married. And we've got Grant at the other end there, who will soon give a wonderful speech. Let me give you some information about Aidan. Where shall I start? His name is Aidan Jude. Now, sort of an unusual second name, but he's named after his grandmother. You might think that's strange, but she'd actually died of cancer. And we honoured her by naming Aidan Jude. But I think Aidan's reached the point in life now where he's experienced quite a lot of things that might make him perhaps closer to Paul. His first job was at a kitchen cabinet making firm. And his second job was at a kitchen cabinet making firm. He left that job and became a plumber. But I think that was kind of a mess on that because his brother's a plumber. He moved to Queensland. Guess who he worked with? His brother. Like to know, with that move to Queensland, I think he was very unsure about himself. Went to Queensland, came to New Zealand as a mature young man. Now, it's not because of anything he did. We've got the Wilson family. Lee, Sandy, Adri, they really have been very, very clear. We weren't able there to supervise his behaviour, make sure he did all the right things, but he was kept under lock and key until he came across this young, lovely lady he met at New Zealand. Boy, did he win big prize. I don't mean it that way. I mean, lovely girl. And if she's half the girl as she is as my wife, Normally, my wife is known as the better half. I think she'd be called the better three-quarter. She does a lot of work. Aidan. You looking? You've been a real, very, very loving son. You've had some brothers that perhaps weren't as close. He was closer to Andrew, actually, with the two boys. And he always tried to be like his brothers. His brothers started playing soccer, playing cricket, and Aidan always had to be the tail end. And the brothers loved to actually encourage him. Well, that's anyway. Aidan, you've got an opportunity now, as a couple, to develop in the truth. And I think someone told me when we got married that life isn't a recliner chair. Life in the truth is never a recliner. Life in the truth is an opportunity for us to develop a character before God. And the only way we can do that is to develop characters between one another, to share opportunities one to another, and to build each other up in the love of the truth. We won't always have roses for life. Nothing will ever be perfect. But God hasn't designed it like that. God has designed life so that our characters might be folded, developed, and matured. So when He returns, He can see a reflection of Himself in these couples. And I think this is a wonderful opportunity for these two young people who lived as separate people to come together as one and develop a character that will please their Father in heaven. Bonnie, you've raised a wonderful daughter. And you've made sure, Paul, that she's kept in the straight and the narrow. But I don't think they're going to have a lot of help. And I'm really happy about the reception we've seen at New Zealand. It's been really, really nice. I was a bit apprehensive because I wasn't quite sure whether I'd make it here or not. And yes, I have got fresh clothes on. Once again, Aidan, put God first, and the others will follow. Son, on behalf of your wife, not your wife, my wife, I hope you're enjoying the new life in New Zealand. You start as a young couple, developing characters and a life that reflects to the glory of God. Put God first in your life. Everything will work out. It doesn't necessarily mean that it's going to work out the way you think. Yes isn't always an answer. No isn't always an answer. Let God direct your thoughts. Everything else will come together as He sees fit. Lastly, pray that we might all see you in the kingdom. We haven't got much longer now. And when we got married, we thought, oh, it's only a couple of years. Then we had the first kid. Oh, yeah. Second one. Third. And they got married. We're grandparents. Not realizing that all these things come to us. There's a reason for it, brothers and sisters. God is giving us an opportunity to develop our characters these last days. So that when His Son returns, He wants to see every one of you manifest His character. And if you manifest His Son, He can't punish you. He'll just work in you. Once again, thank you for your daughter. Thank you for your daughter. Oh, she kind of and we pray for God's blessing on all of you. Thank you.
Thanks, Brother Jim. And be assured of a very warm welcome from us. Thanks for your words of wisdom. Actually, a theme that came through pretty clear, wasn't it, from both our fathers was put God first. There's three in the marriage, and God is number one, and troubles will come. I can assure you, everyone else who is sitting here has been married. Please nod if troubles come.
No, he's gone.
fabulous. Thank you very much. And yeah, I could be wrong, but I understand this is your first trip ever out of Australia.
Yeah, I'm not a legal boat person now.
Yeah. So originally from South Africa, but has never travelled outside of Australia. So this is like a lurch into outer space to come here. So thank you very much for coming, and we love you too.
Across the ditch.
Very brave. All right. We've got one more speech. The next two walk and talk and fork moments. So we're going to ask Georgia to come forward. Georgia Malloy, and she's got a few words of.
Jackson.
They will talk to you later. Okay, I don't know whose idea it was for me to follow both fathers, but no thank you. Who can follow those both beautiful words? So I'm Georgia Jackson, got it right now, and I am matron of honour. Yes, and I was so excited to be asked to be the maid of honour because it was mine. So special. And then I heard it came to the speech, and I was like, can I renege? But it's a bit late now. Laura. Down. Hold the mic down. Down. It's okay. Oh, yeah. You switched it off. It's green. It's okay. I'm loud enough. We all know. We all know. Okay, that's all right. Okay. What can I say? You're extremely organised and a huge heart, and you have the biggest love. You're a lover of God, of your family, of Aidan, of your friends, and of course, as we all know, a lover of chocolate. Growing up, you always had that best friend, the one at school or down the street, and my best friend was at the summer schools and at our youth camps. And we had the ultimate long-distance relationship. It was always waiting for those moments when we could get together. And everyone at the camps always knew who to come to. And I'm sure lots of us young ladies in the room and gentlemen have all been to Laura for relationship advice. And chocolate. She always had a stash. Fast forwarding over a decade of friendship later and seeing you blossom into the woman that you are today, I am so proud to be a part of this chapter in your life and who you will continue to become to be as you grow together. I still remember the call. It was about 10:30 at night, and I answered the phone. I was like, "What?" If anyone knows me, I was asleep by 9. And I don't know who was sobbing more with happiness with the amazing news of their engagement, me or Aidan. And I will say that this was the best news of 2022. But the news only got better, because after a long trial, we were blessed to have you all here today in New Zealand to celebrate Laura and Aidan becoming one. You and Aidan have had such a strong foundation, beginning as friends, and years later, who knew that all it took was a message to reconnect? And you two found each other, and now here we are. I never had a sister. I have a brother, but but I never had a sister, and I've always thought of Laura as my sister. And I was so blessed to be here with you. You know I love you, and I wouldn't accept anything less than the best. And I'll say, Aidan is the best. Sometimes. And Mum and Dad, or for the general public, Paul and Bronnie, it's really second set of parents to me. I want to thank you for the support that you've had to our friendship. And for all the late night pickups at the airport. It really means a lot. And it's really a testament to you two both about how amazing this woman is today. And to you two, I haven't known you long, but I still call you Mum and Dad. And I'm so looking forward to getting to know you both better as Laura and Aidan grow together. Mr. Groom. Wow, you look dapper in the suit that turned up in time. I think, this time you have to thank your umbrella.
He's waiting.
Today you start a completely new chapter in your lives. And Aidan, never forget the most important phrase, yes dear. And after years of sharing a bed with Laura, I can tell you it is now your turn to tug the covers down. And the years I spent freezing in the cold at night is. I know you have challenges as all relationships do, but you know what's great about modern relationships is that you learn to grow together with caring and sharing, lots of tenderness, and keeping Yahweh at the center. A lot of patience, and it'll be fun. To the many trips that we have already planned to have as a couple of four, Zay and I are so looking forward to beginning this new chapter of your life. I'd love to leave you with, and this is my prayer, that your love may abound more and more in knowledge and deeper insight. Philippians 1 verse 9. So if you all will raise your glasses to the power of love, Mr. and Mrs. Van Royen.
All right, thank you, Georgia. We are now going to talk about forks and walk a little bit more. So, going to